it's a different platform, different engine package to what he's kind of used to. But Daigo, I mean, he's driven so many different cars over the years. Once he gets things figured out, though, oh man,
look out. Andy Haley, he's figured this car out. Like you said, he just had some contact with Osoli right before we kick things off here. So hopefully he worked it out. Daigo Saito gets checked up a little bit. He was getting aggressive. Andy Haley now transitions that second outside zone. The Evil AutoWorks BMW now wraps around that inside clip. Both of them. Look at Daigo. I feel like he's surging there. And and that's where Andy went off before. Daigo Saito jumps up. Haley goes off and impedes on Daigo.
Get you a chair.
Let's go to the Jersey Shore. Here we go, baby. I was born to run. It was a bathing ape. Let's not bathe ape. Let's sunbathe ape. With the Injuku Racing, Jerry Yang Racing, 86. Daigo Saito, man.
Yeah, here in the spot, as they call it too, came through that the change in pavement there. The car looked like it locked up there for a second, but
dude, what is going on with outside zone 3? Is it slick right there? Coming to a halt. He continues on. So Osoli knocked out. So Dan Burkett will go against one of these guys, TLO or Daigo Saito. Japan versus Canada. Japan versus America car. Here we go. Daigo Saito, first outside zone. Good placement of the vehicle. Tommy Lemaire a little bit disrupted there on that transition into the second outside zone. Daigo very settled, very, you can see, calculated, calm. Tommy Lemaire in that chase position, drops in. Daigo Saito scared of that dirt. He got into it
previously, so that plays into it. But Tommy does a good job of adapting all the way through the run. Daigo's got a couple of spots where you want to see maybe a bit more commitment, but we'll swap him around.
Let's see what TLO's got for Daigo Saito. We got a clean start there. Tommy really flirted with that start chicane cone. Tommy digs deep in that first outside zone. Daigo Saito a little late to the party, but then brings it on into a second outside zone. Good placement by both the vehicles there. Tommy Lemaire confident out front with that clean air. It seems like maybe just a little bit more horsepower. Then Daigo comes into outside zone 3. Look at Tommy, boom, bang, just almost
a lot to look at.
Slide him left for Daigo, right for TLO. Japan versus Canada, and Daigo Saito gets a 1. Tommy gets 1, and one more time. He will dip out of the rest of today. Don't know, but right now we're looking at the one more time of TLO and Daigo Saito. So Dan Burkett intended to go against one of these drivers after a one more time. Both these guys locked and loaded, and tapping that wall goes Daigo Saito into the second outside zone. Tommy Lemaire, you see, checks up. He's not totally into the outside zone. Towards the latter half, you see him being more aggressive now. Pass, transition into that last outside zone goes Daigo. And Daigo seems to be having some what you can control. And right now, he's controlling a Supra, and he's just having a lot of fun. He's always had a great attitude, but as you know, ebbs and flows, man, peaks and valleys. The darkness makes the colors that much more vivid. Speaking of vivid, let's have a vivid initiation. Here we go, Frederick Osborne. Big initiation. Daigo Saito not part of the equation. That Injuku Racing, Jerry Yang Racing, Bathing Ape livery, having some struggles there in that second outside zone. Now he's just going to grind. He's going to go to the mosh pit here, listen to some thrash metal, going to that last outside zone. Diving in is Freddie. Daigo Saito dives, but it checks up, and it slaps back. Slaps.
Well angry, so
yeah.
I don't think he's happy right now.
Yeah, I would say after that second outside zone, look at him. I mean, he is just lighting him up already, just giving it the beans. Into that first outside zone, here goes Daigo Saito. Freddie in tow, now transitioning into that second. There we go, that's Daigo. That's what, like you said, maybe drives a little bit angry here. That can work out for him, getting into the dirt, but look at Freddie even jumps off the bridge with them just a touch, losing a tread there. And now coming in last outside zone, the GT Radials grip up on outside zone 3. With Freddie making the jump to Kenda almost.
I'm going to be able to pull out of this situation.
Yeah, very fun to see these two veterans of drifting, not even Formula Drift, but Frederick Osborne.